Coach Stell.
Doherty over Emerson?
Yo. No. He's shit.
Today?
No, he's crap. Doherty's worse than Emerson.
Talk to me, Stell. Break it down for me.
Well, first of all, look, for the past
I've never
2-3
seen you
weeks.
speechless before, Stell.
No, I've got plenty to say, Ben. I've got plenty to say. I'm just thinking how best to word it without offending a lot of people because I know what I'm like. But the reality is, for the past 3 weeks, I've been saying stuff just to please other people because I don't like being hated, and I really don't like it when people call me negative. It gets to me. It actually bothers me. I'm really opening up here, okay? So what I've done is I've kind of pulled back. I've rethought things, and all I want to do is just be like everyone else and not be disliked and not be hated upon. But the reality is, if I'm going to be true and I'm going to be honest, I'm going to be hated and I'm going to be disliked. So the first thing I'm going to say is this. If you didn't go to the protests, you have no right to complain about what's going on. Because people like Brian Daigle, people like me, people like Graham, and this isn't an attack on YouTube, by the way, I'm talking in general. People like Iggy, people like Mr. K, we went to the protests because we do not like the way this piece of shit chairman runs the club. And he hasn't backed Conte. He hasn't backed Conte. We all said we wanted a striker, we all wanted a right back, we all wanted another centre back, and we wanted a goal scoring midfielder. We got none of them. We didn't get one of the players we all said we wanted. So when these games happen, it's because we haven't got those extra goal scorers, we haven't got that solidity at the back, and we haven't got the wing backs to play the Antonio Conte system. And these games are going to happen. So I put the blame on people that don't want to protest and who think that Antonio Conte got backed. I know I'm going to get hit with negativity saying this, but I don't care anymore. I really don't care anymore because if you can't be true to yourself as a fan, you're just kidding yourself. And for me, this all stems back to Daniel Levy. It all comes back to him because he hasn't given Antonio the Conte the tools. Secondly, I blame Antonio Conte. I've said it.
Go on, Stell, carry on.
Stell was just 1 in a million, isn't he?
Best.
It's like, sorry.
I do blame Antonio Conte because if
I bet
Levy,
you agree with me on this one. I bet I'll agree with you, sorry.
If Levy doesn't give Antonio Conte the tools, then he needs to fucking walk. He needs to leave. But he chose to stay here. So if he chooses to stay here, he's accepting it, like all the fans that didn't go to the protest. And if he's going to accept it, he needs to change his tactics. I've said it on the tactics show 3 or 4 times, and I've said it many a time when I've called in the morning shows. You cannot play with 3 up top because we can't get the ball to those 3 with these shit wing-backs that we've got. A lot of fans will criticise the middle. The middle isn't the biggest problem. It's the wide areas. The whole point of the wide areas is to pull apart the other team so the middle can progress. And when the wide players do have the ball, they've got to deliver. You've got Reggie missing the goal from 5 yards out, hitting it straight at the goalie. It was harder to miss than it was to score. You got Emerson, who was atrocious signing. And we've got fans who back him, fans who say, oh, he's young. He's young. Give him a chance. Well, you're the same fans that said Carl Walker-Peters needs to leave the club. But why? He's young.
Yeah, Ben, why did you say that for?
Why didn't you give him a chance?
I say that's about Emerson still. Emerson is a young player coming from a league that he's never played in and playing in a position he's never played in.
Then don't sign him. He's shit.
Fine, I agree with you, don't sign him. But we signed him under a different manager that played a different system.
Yeah, it's true.
You got rid of Ndombele, you got rid of Dele Alli, you got rid of Hill. We signed Hill in the summer. Why can't we get rid of Emerson? Why couldn't we get rid of Emerson if we signed him in the summer? These are excuses. 21 years of excuses, man. And I'm not overreacting. I've just bottled it up for 3 weeks because I don't want to get, hate and people disliking me as an individual human being because my opinion goes against the majority of people. And it does. And you know what? I'm telling you, if we get top four, shoot me. We're not going to do it, man. This not going to bottle it.
Shoot me,
They're going to bottle it.
Be
They're
careful,
gonna
this
bottle
is
it.
the internet still. Like,
I don't care. We're not going to do it. We're not going to do it, man. The conversation is done. It's games like tonight that
Who's
decide
gonna get it then,
top
still?
four. Not us.
who's going to get it?
I don't know. Not us.
But who?
We're not going to do it.
Man, you good enough to get it? Because
He doesn't want to say Arsenal.
They just dropped points to Burnley. Are Arsenal good enough to get it? They also just drop points to Burnley.
Either Arsenal, Man United, West Ham, Wolves, any one of them. I'm telling you, this lot do not have the minerals. Tonight was at 2-1 up. The pressure's on now. Keep the lead at 2-2. At 2-2, the pressure's gone up a notch.
And we
Get another goal. Right? They cannot handle pressure. Sanchez tonight showed us when the pressure's on, he can't handle it. We didn't replace him. Ben Davies showed once again he is not at that level, and everyone kisses his ass, man. He's not good enough. He's not. I'm sorry. That midfield isn't the problem for me. It's the way we're set up. We are not set up to play to the best of our ability with the players we've got, and that is partly, well, it's mainly down to Levy, but then Antonio Conte, he has to make a decision, either walk or change the way you go about matches. We cannot play with attacking fullbacks when the fullbacks are shit. They're not good enough, guys.
Attacking fullbacks, yeah.
They're not good enough. They're shit. I'll say it again. They're shit. They're terrible. It's so frustrating to watch this. I feel sorry for Harry Kane because once again he's had to go into the midfield to create opportunities for us. He's had to drop deep to try and feed the ball forward. People that criticise Son need to get off his back because if it wasn't for Son, we're not scoring any goals. Like, we're scoring no goals. Son is the only person right now who every single week will score goals for us. He comes back from being injured for like a month, and in 2 games he scored 3 goals. So everyone needs to get off Son's back. He's doing the best he can in a team that is, in my opinion, above average. Harry Kane has to drop into the midfield in order to help supply the ball to the front three. And then, you know, this team needs a massive overhaul. And fans that keep saying, oh, wait till the summer, the big spend in the summer. If we don't get top 4, there is no big spend. That fraud, Daniel Levy, that absolute fraudulent chairman will not back this guy in the summer if we don't get top 4. I guarantee it. I'm calling it now. It's not going to happen.
He's going to go anyway still. Whether Levy comes with £150 million war chest, which we all know he won't, Conte will go if we do not get top 4. I'm 100% sure of that. Are you not?
No, I'm not 100%.
I'm 100% sure of that. That Conte will not be here, and Kane will be pushing for a move. And everything will fall apart if we do not get top 4, which I don't think we are going to get top 4.
I think Kane will push for the move, and it could be a spiral from that. There could be a spiral.
I don't think Conte wants to be here without Champions League football. He's not going to be able to attract.
I understand that. But if Kane leaves, and if Daniel Levy lets Kane leave, then Conte will walk. I don't think it's
Conte.
I don't think Conte's decision is hinged on top 4.
Once a whiff of that comes over, Conte will walk.
But I think Kane's decision is hinged on top 4. And I think Conte will walk if Kane is sold. That's my opinion.
There's no January window to fix it now. We've got what we've got, and Stell's 100% right. We did not back the manager. Oh, God, it's just like, what can we do now?
He needs to start playing a 3-5-2. Stop this 3 up front shit. Play a 3-5-2.
Who do you play in the middle in a 3-5-2?
All 3 of them.
Well, first of all, today it's pretty evident Bentancur's a player. Bentancur's a player. He came on, he changed the game. He completely swung it in our favour, and everyone around him fucked it up.
Yeah.
That first touch he did was unbelievable. That crossfield ball through the eye of a needle was insane.
Yeah.
He's quick passing. He's technically up there, he's got it. Down there, his footwork, he's got it. His movement, the speed he plays at. Mate, we've actually got a player on our hands. He looks the part. I hope I haven't jinxed him now, but he looks like he could be the real deal for us. He has to start.
I've got to say this, Stel, yeah? Do you agree with this?
The sooner Skip comes back, the better. We need Skip back. We badly need
exactly
Skip.
what I was saying.
I think that if there's one criticism of Conte, I'll say now, I think he's been extremely stuck in this 3-4-3 ways. Every time we've played 3-5-2, we've played better football than we have in the 3-4-3. And we rely less on the wing backs because we've got an extra midfielder that's making runs. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, that's the one thing I will say from here, that like we need to start.
But Josh, right? This is the thing. When you bring in Antonio Conte, he comes with his way. So there's only two ways it works. Either you give the man the players he needs.
You can't do that in January, still. Can't do that in January.
No, we could have. Of course we could have. Why not?
We can't get the players that he wants, like in January.
Says who?
Because nobody makes big signings in January. Like, we shouldn't have signed in mid-season. If Conte can only
Josh,
do what he needs to do with his system.
Josh,
I'm not making excuses for them.
Man. They are. You are.
No, I'm not. But who actually signs, overhauls a team in January? Who does that?
No. I never said overhaul. We said every Spurs fan, we need a second striker, a right back, a left-sided defensive mid, and a goal-screen midfielder. Josh, we didn't sign one of those positions. One. So don't tell me that we've given him the players. That's my point I'm making, right? At the end of the day, when you have a man like Antonio Conte, there's only two ways it works. You either give him the players that he needs for his way because you've brought him in to do it his way, or you get rid of him and you bring in a manager that can play to the best ability of the players we've got. If Hasenhüttl can get Southampton playing like that, and Graham Potter can get Brighton playing like that, then another manager, I'm not saying another manager will make us top four, by the way, but another manager will get us playing a different way that suits the players we've got. Even then, I don't think we'll be good enough. So whilst Conte's here, you have to back him. And in this window, I would say Bentancur was actually a good signing for us. Kulu, it's clear tonight, he's going to need 5-6 weeks to settle in. So, he's not really a signing. He's not really a signing until come April, maybe March if we're lucky. But everything else around, everything else that Conte needed, we haven't done, man. It's so frustrating. And I said it when the transfer window ended, and I said it in the WhatsApp group, and I said it to you, Ben, and when Sim was in the studio, I said it. We had a chance to do something in January and pull away from the pack. Instead, what we've done is, because the others didn't buy anybody, and I'm talking about the competition, we've put ourselves in a position where we get to stay in the conversation of top four. That's not good enough. That is not good enough. Not if we want to be something, really good under Antonio Conte. And tonight's result, we're going to have more of these results. Listen, don't be surprised, guys, if we go and beat Wolves, go to Man City and draw, and then lose to fucking Burnley away. That's the kind of shit that's going to happen. But I also think similar things might happen to Arsenal and Man United because they drew to Burnley last night. But do we have what it takes?
We've just got to hope that we stay in touching distance.
But doesn't that mean what you just said? Doesn't that mean we're in the top four race?
No, because
why not?
When push comes to shove, Ben, and the temperature turns, and we've got to win that game, we will fuck it up. Because
and so
that
will the
same
others.
No. I see what he's saying. No,
that
along the way, we will keep
there.
pace, and we will have that. But when it comes down to it, who do you trust to win a game? Who's actually won trophies in the past 10 years?
I don't trust
Man United, Arsenal, or Spurs?
But I know what you're saying.
It.
I know what you're
Spurs
saying.
will bottle it.
I understand what you're saying, but I still don't trust any of those teams.
What? When it comes down to the last 5 games of the season, you don't think that you trust Man United or Arsenal over Spurs? In a crunch game, these teams have won trophies in the past 10 years.
But not by much.
Ben, do you know what? Sometimes it's just that gut instinct, right? When I was sitting there tonight before kickoff, and I was just staring at the stands, and looking at the rain coming down and just waiting for kickoff. And I turn around to my uncle who's next to me.
Go on. Still, I love you, man. Go on.
Listen, man, you're not easily humoured. I don't understand. I'm painting the picture. I'm setting it up.
Come on, tell us.
No, Josh, I'll be honest with you. Josh, I'll be honest with you. No, I don't get it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't get it. But I was sitting there staring, looking around, just trying to soak up the atmosphere for the night. And I turned around to my uncle and I said to him, "Do you know what? There's something in the air tonight. I can just feel something tonight." And I thought that something might be for us, like some crazy game, like Leicester City all over again. But what I saw was the opposite. There was something in the air, but it was all in Southampton's favour. And it's just that you know that feeling at the end of a game like that, where in your stomach you're like, it's happened again. It's happened again. And that feeling, it hasn't gone away this season, and it's still there. And you know what? That's why I don't think we're going to get top four, guys, because you get a bit of hope. You watch the Brighton game, you think, do you know what? I really thought Brighton would do really well against us. I really thought Brighton would do well against us, and we dominated them. They had a patch in the second half where they were all over us, but we rode it, the mentality, and we won the game. And I thought, maybe, we've got rid of these players that are toxic. We've brought in some cool heads. The mentality's right. Maybe this is something fresh.
This
and
is
then
our
you
worst
get
loss probably
and
under Conte now.
And then you go and follow it up with that. That hasn't changed at Tottenham. It's still there.
Guess what it is as well? 2 losses in 2 games, Premier League.
And as long as these players, Doherty, Emerson, Reggie, Sanchez, Davies, I don't want to say Højbjerg because he is a good player. He's just in bad form.
How long's he been in bad form, though, Stel? When do you say bad form isn't?
He needs to be dropped. He needs to be dropped. That's what needs to happen. He needs to be dropped.
I haven't seen him be really good. Like, even that Leicester game where people were singing his praises, he was good in the last 10 minutes. Like, where he made that tackle and then he put 2 good passes together.
I thought he was good in the Brighton game as well, Højbjerg.
Listen, Josh, that's why
I thought
he needs to be. That's why he needs. That's why he needs to be dropped. Right? When you're not playing well, drop the player.
He's a squad player for me. He's not a starter for me.
Yeah.
He's a squad player.
But he is a good player underneath that. He's just in a shit patch at the moment. So drop him. That's what you're supposed to do. So we've got Bentancur. Clearly, start Bentancur, right? But there's too many players in this team that don't have what it takes to get this over the line. Guys, let's be honest. Let's be really honest. Against Leicester, we deserved to beat them overall, but we got lucky in the end. We got fucking lucky in the end to win it. But we deserved it. If you look at the game as a whole, we deserved to win it. But tonight, we didn't deserve jack shit. Southampton outclassed us, outplayed us. I know we had chances, but so did they. And really, this game should have finished like 6-5 to Southampton.
Yeah.
I just sat there and I'm thinking, look at these players. I don't even know half of them. I don't even know this guy who scored the goal for them. And they were just playing so well. They were playing so well. And I'm thinking, we can't play like that. These players can't play like that. How? And it just goes to show they're not good enough. And as a Spurs fan, as fans, should I say, it's hard to admit it. It's hard to admit to say our players aren't good enough. They're not. In my view, I think there's too many players that are still shit at this club. They'll work hard. They'll give everything they've got. They'll die for the shirt. But when it comes down to it, they're crap. They're not at the level of a top 4 team.
All right, Stel. We're going to have to move on because we've got a lot of guests still waiting.
Yeah, listen, guys, great show tonight, man. Keep it up. There's never any hard feelings from me. But if I don't say it as it is, I just can't take it.
No, I just want to let you know, just before you go, you're having a lot of love in the comments today.
Yeah.
So we all love
God bless you all, man.
We all love you, Stel,
God
even
bless
if
you
you
all.
are a bit negative.
Fuck you.
I don't, Stel.
Big up, Stel.
I don't like you, Stel. I don't like you. Everyone else can love you, but I don't like you.
Get to the back of the queue, Josh. There's a long queue, so.